What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. We're out here on the river today because I wanted to show y'all a little upgrade we did to the boat. So, as you can tell, we put a jack plate on the boat and it was a process to put this thing on. But I wanted to make this video because there's like no information on the internet on these things. And everybody in their videos just kind of slaps it on and boom, poof, it's on and it works. Well, I'm gonna show y'all kind of the problems I went through. I have a short transom boat, and so it was a little bit harder to make it fit right. So I have some footage of us putting it on. I'll show y'all that. And then we're out here on the river, we're gonna run it, and I'll show y'all how it runs with the jack plate on. So stay tuned for that, and let's get into the video. All right, so this jack plate is a Bob's Machine mini action narrow jack plate. I got the smallest jack plate I could find that was hydraulic because this is a short transom boat and I knew a big one probably wasn't gonna fit. If you have a tall transom, you might be able to get away with a bigger one, but I went with the mini action narrow. Along with that, we had to fill the gaps between my boat clamps here and the plate itself. So we had to use some filler 2x4 there to fill the space up. And when we did that, it made it to where I can't put the jack plate all the way down because these blocks are kind of in the way. So I'll show y'all going up and down now. It's pretty quick, which I love that. It goes pretty high up. But see, if you go all the way down, it's gonna end up hitting that black bar in there. So I think one of these days I might try to replace that out with some piece of metal. They have spacers to fill that gap up, but I didn't really trust it. So I think the wood is probably a little safer. And then I also have 2 bolts at the bottom back here that hold the motor on. So it's definitely not falling off. I got my switch right here. Pretty nifty because you can move it up and down while you're running. So another problem I ran into was when this boat is going, it's catching water on the corners of the plate back here. And I think that's just because this is a short transom boat and it's just lower to the water. So if I were to do it over again, I might have mounted the plate up a little higher. But when you do that, the stock position of the motor is higher. So that's as far down as I can go. And it's obviously, 3-4 inches higher than where it originally sat on the transom. So I thought that was kind of going to be a problem, but it hasn't been a problem at all. And it seems just to kind of get up on plane a lot faster. I'm okay with that since it's running good. So another problem I was running into when I put this on were these bolts. So you have to bolt your plate to the transom somehow. So with those bolts, the first time I had put it on and taken it out here just to test it, and they were leaking super bad. So we actually ended up sealing the whole entire plate, all the edges, and then we sealed all the holes for the bolts, and it hadn't leaked any today. The only reason there's water in there is because now when I come to a complete stop, it seems like more water is coming in over the back transom somehow. I don't know if this is because it's just like weighing the back end down a little more or what, but definitely getting a little more splash over. And I also noticed that water will kind of pool up in there when you're going. So like I said before, this thing was really kind of hard to put on. Everyone who has videos on these jack plates make it look really easy to put on. It is not easy to put on. So honestly, I would just recommend that you get a shop do it. But it is possible to do. It just takes a lot of time and effort. So now we're about to drill through the transom of the boat. We made a template out of this cardboard. And so now we're gonna drill through. holes in your boat, bro. Okay. Yeah. Getting that?
Yeah, it's gotta tighten. Let's try and make sure this is gonna work first.
All right, we're making a hole for the switch right now. We're using this old hole that was here already just to cover it up. Pretty fast. Wow.
Okay.
But anyways, we made it through the struggle of getting this thing on and ready to run. So now I'm gonna show y'all how it runs with the plate on, and then I'll kind of make some adjustments as I go and show y'all that. So before I put the jack plate on, I was running about 32 miles an hour with no bunny hop or anything. It was just perfectly smooth, 32 miles an hour. Now I'm running about 30 miles an hour with the plate on. It's still running good, so I think I'm just gonna leave it how it is. Let's get up on plane. It didn't splash up on us this time. That was good. All right, so as you can probably see, water is splashing everywhere. There's really nothing I can do about that. Still running really good. So now let's get up on plane and let's move the motor up and down while we're running. All right, we're gonna do one more test, and that's gonna be getting up on plane with the jack plate all the way down, and then I'm gonna see how far I can raise it up before it cuts power on me. See how shallow we can really go. All right, well, that's about as high as I could go with it on plane. I mean, the only thing that's in the water is the prop, and it's pretty sweet. All right, guys, well, that is the Bob's Machine mini action narrow jack plate. You know, other than what I showed you while it was driving, it runs about the same as a normal boat. You really just get the advantage of going into shallow water either when you're in idle or on plane. And you can kind of raise it up a little bit to get on plane, but for the most part, it's about the same. I was maybe a little slower after I added the jack plate. But that's about all I know about this jack plate. If you have anything else to add, definitely leave a comment down below. I'm still pretty new to this whole jack plate thing, so definitely let me know if I missed anything. And if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. I'll give you guys kind of an update video after I go through duck season and just show y'all how it's holding up and how it worked through duck season. Hopefully that helps you decide if you want to get a jack plate or not, or just understand more about it. So thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, and subscribe for more videos like this. Catch you in the next one. Peace.